I'm Mike Bowers. I'm talking pictures this morning with freelance cartoonist Fiona Katauskas. Welcome to the program, Fiona.
Thank you, Mike. A pleasure to be here.
Well, climate data aside, there's one thing that's certain. The temperature's rising in the political debate.
Oh, yeah, it's been the big topic of the week, hasn't it?
Death threats flying and, calls of liar. And
Yeah, freezing or boiling. It's two ends of the spectrum.
John Katauskas beautifully picked up on the pants warming issue, which I've got to say, to me, it doesn't look like pants on fire, liar, liar, pants on fire. It looks like they're lighting their farts.
Well, that would be a lot funnier. Sad. I think Parliament would be improved immeasurably by this, but...
Do you think he's probably sort of making a comment that they're just methane producers?
I think he's making a comment that when you fly by the seat of your pants, there's going to be a bit of friction, and it could go off.
Isn't it great? It's John Hewson's made a little comeback with his cake.
Oh, I know. It's a bit of vindication, a bit of sweet revenge for John Hewson, I think, being able to make it back in here. And Leek's just drawn him so beautifully. What's the carbon tax on this birthday cake? Price check. We've got Bob Brown, carbon tax, piece of cake.
Green credentials. Run us through this one, Fiona.
Well, we've got Julia whipping the carbon price out of the garbage bin. Ta-da!
The policy garbage bin.
The policy garbage bin. And Tony Abbott with his big new tax, big new tax, big new tax. And we've got a couple of punters here saying, well, they're both into recycling. So, yes, different kinds of recycling, but Abbott does like grinding that one around.
I do love Oscars time because as a major emitter of hot air, it's a wonderful metaphor, and cartoonists at Oscars time just can't help themselves.
Oh, there's always a few smattering of Oscars cartoons.
The incomparable David Rowe, who just never fails to come up with a cartoon that just amuses me.
And so much detail.
There's so much detail in it, and I think it's probably Kevin Rudd under the skirt. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ring him and ask him because Kevin's been under there before, but there's a set of shoes sort of walking along there, and it's not her shoes, so I'm just...
No, I know. Well, that's one hell of a bustle as far as the fashions go, but... I don't know how accurate this is because I didn't know that you could get an Oscar for best lack of direction. And that's what she seems to have got.
And I'm not quite sure about sort of illustrating in a week where carbon tax is the main agenda, going to sit in cars with flying to Adelaide.
No, well, look, this is the perfect carbon-friendly car because it's not switched on. So she's just showing how you can be more efficient in your cars. Just sit in them and smile. But this photo is great. This reminds me of... This looks like a promotion poster for a new cop show called Fruit and Veggies. And these are the guys... I don't know which one's which. But, they're going in to fight rising grocery prices and to defend it. But, there's definitely a bit of a... You can imagine the soundtrack, a bit of a shaft.
Fruit and veggies, they say no to everything. This was in the same trip to Queanbeyan, and it looks for all intensive purposes like he's having a fight, but she was a supporter, this lady.
Oh, you ask for a people's revolt, and this is what you get, I think. But, maybe it's a prop, grocery prices. Will they go this high?
It looks like they're starting to do that game where you try to be the last fist on a stick, I don't know.
The things politicians do.
When you've made the number one ticket holder for your football team, you should be on pretty safe ground there.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot more fun sitting in a crowd of people yelling out, Bulldogs, Bulldogs, than sitting in Parliament with people yelling out, Bullshit, Bullshit.
Fiona, thank you very much for taking the time this morning.
Oh, it's been great fun, Mike.
And do you want to do the honours?
OK. Back to you, Barry.